초콜릿은 달콤해 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 오렌지는 상큼해 상큼해 상큼해.
Hi everyone, welcome to my vlog. We will tackle first the history of trigonometry. So, history of trigonometry. Trigonometry dates all the way back to the early ages of Egypt and Babylon. Angles were measured in degrees and Greek. So it means trigonometry stretches back to the ancient Egyptian and Babylonian eras when angles were measured in degrees and Greek. So, Hipparchus, a Greek astronomer, was the first to compile a table of trigonometric functions based on circle chords, which he calculated in 7 degrees 30 increments, earning him the title of Father of Trigonometry. Hipparchus' tables were updated by Ptolemy, who calculated the values in 30 intervals. So, Hipparchus, a Greek astronomer, was the first to compile a table of trigonometry functions. That's why he earning the title of Father of Trigonometry, based on circle chords, which he calculated in 7 degrees 30 increments. Ptolemy, who calculated the values in 30 intervals, updated Hipparchus' tables. Aryabhata found sine and cosine where. Muhammad discovered tangent. Albert Gerard was the first to adopt the abbreviations sine, cos, and tan. Egypt had the correct formula for the volume of a frustum of a pyramid: 1/3 quantity of a squared plus ab plus b squared. So, Mesopotamia. The term Mesopotamia includes many cultures and peoples over a span of more than 3,000 years. Mesopotamia record goes back more than 5,000 years. So, Mesopotamia encompasses a wide range of cultures and peoples spanning over 3,000 years. The written record of Mesopotamia dates back over 5,000 years. This Pythagorean triples tablet containing a list of triads of numbers dating from approximately 1,700 exist. Plemtom 322 contains a fragment from a proto-trigonometric table. Sexagesimal Pythagorean triples. At least 1,500 years before the ancient Greeks developed trigonometry, the Babylonians discovered precise sexagesimal trigonometry instead of approximation and angles. Babylonian exact sexagesimal trigonometry uses exact ratios and square ratios. So, there is Pythagorean triples tablet originating from around 1,700 that contains a list of triads of numbers. A piece of a proto-trigonometric table can be found in Plemtom 322. Sexagesimal Pythagorean triples. The Babylonians discovered precise sexagesimal trigonometry at least 1,500 years before the ancient Greeks created trigonometry. Babylonian accurate sexagesimal trigonometry employs exact ratios and square ratios instead of approximation and angles. Definition. Trigonometry is the branch of the mathematics concerned with specific functions of angles and their application to calculations. There are 6 functions of an angle commonly used in trigonometry. Their names and abbreviations are sine, cosine, sine, which is SIN, cosine, cos, tangent, tan, cotangent, cot, secant, sec, and cosecant, CSC. It is a systematic calculation of lengths of sides and measures of angles for any triangle from sufficient given information. Based on the definitions, various simple relationships exist among the function. For example, CSC, A is equal 1 over sine A, sec A is equal 1 over cos A, cot A is equal 1 over tan A, and tan A is equal sine A over cos A. So, the field of mathematics dealing with specific functions of angles and their application to calculation is known as trigonometry. In trigonometry, there are 6 functions of an angle that are often utilized: sine, cosine, tangent, cotangent, secant, and cosecant, and their names and acronyms. Trigonometric functions are used in obtaining unknown angles and distances from known or measured angles in geometric figures. Trigonometry developed from a need to compute angles and distances in such fields as astronomy, mapmaking, surveying, artillery range finding. Problems involving angles and distances in one plane are covered in plane trigonometry. Applications to similar problems in more than one plane of 3-dimensional space are considered in spherical trigonometry. The word trigonometry comes from the Greek words trigonon, or triangle, and metron, to measure. Until about the 16th century, trigonometry was chiefly concerned with computing the numerical values of the missing parts of a triangle when the values of other parts were given. So, trigonometric functions are used to compute unknown angles and distances in geometric figures from known or measured angles. Trigonometry arose from the need to compute angles and distances in fields such as astronomy, mapmaking, surveying, and artillery range finding. So, plane trigonometry deals with problems involving angles and distances in one plane. Spherical trigonometry considers applications to similar issues in more than one plane of 3-dimensional space. The Greek words trigonon means triangle and metron, to measure, are used to form the word trigonometry. Trigonometry was primarily concerned with estimating the numerical values of the missing portions of a triangle when the values of other parts were known until around the 9th century. For example, if the lengths of 2 sides of a triangle and the measure of the enclosed angle are known, the third side and the 2 remaining angles can be calculated. Such calculations distinguish trigonometry from geometry, which mainly investigates qualitative relations. Of course, this distinction is not always absolute. The Pythagorean theorem, for example, is a statement about the lengths of the 3 sides in a right triangle and is thus quantitative in nature. The importance of trigonometry. First, to get an education. You might not need to use trigonometry in your everyday life, but you will need to learn it to pass Math 3 and as prerequisite to other subjects. Second, to teach You might have kids one day. They might need help. You never know, or because you will be teaching someday. Third, trigonometry is everywhere. It can be used across disciplines. It is present in science, navigation, engineering. Lastly, to understand the basic something and where it came from, having knowledge makes you wiser than you already are.